Don't you test me, motherfucker! Cops on your college quarterback ass! I'm sorry. I swear I didn't mean it. Please don't.
You're the friend. You're the fisherman.
I can explain.
Oh! Trouble, child?
Yes. Yeah, I'm in a lot of trouble.
That's a shame. Being it's 4th of July and all. Kids like you should be out having fun. Drinking. Partying. Running people over. Getting away with murder. Things like that.
You. In Willis.
Good. See, you've been doing your homework, too.
I know. I know what you did last summer.
Can you believe our best friends are getting married? Cash, a check. Oh my God.
Handle this. This isn't the first time there's been violence like this in Southport.
What did you do last summer? What are you waiting for?
What's up, everybody? Welcome to Chris's Watch Movie Party. I'm Chris.
I'm Shell.
And tonight we are doing our spoiler stream for I Know What You Did Last Summer 2025. Michelle, how are you?
I'm good. How about you?
I'm good. I'm excited to finally talk about this. It's been a
I
week
know.
for me.
Yeah, it's been a couple days for me.
A couple of days for you, so it's more fresher in your head than me.
Yep, but I definitely want to see it at least once more. Excuse me, to see if I missed what I find our plot holes, but I don't think I did. I think they were just
So overall, how did you think? What were you thinking?
Well, I kind of gave it 2 ratings for fun and non-critical. I thought it was fun. I enjoyed like just watching it as a movie. I would give it a 7.
Yep.
But really paying attention to it and seeing all the stuff that I did not enjoy, I would maybe a 5.
Yeah, like as I said after when I posted the little thing after I saw it last Wednesday, which by the way, if it was this time last week, I would have just been getting home and I was absolutely furious. I was pissed.
Yeah, the last bit was something.
Yes. So yeah, but going before the ending, I was pleasantly surprised and I was very happy with the film. So I'm still going to give it a 5.5, but up until that probably 3rd act, that's where it definitely turned for me.
Yep. Me too. The first, we'll say the first 2/3, first half was, I thought it was engaging. I mean, there were obvious holes and things that were missed, but I didn't think it was bad. But then
Yeah,
as soon as they got on the boat, the three girls got on the boat, I was like, a couple minutes after the boat started, I was like, what is happening? And then it
yeah,
just kept going sideways, I thought.
yeah. Um, yeah, I definitely enjoyed the opening, how they referenced like from the original, how they did like the whole
Mm-hmm. Yep.
ocean with all the waves breaking and that again. Were you surprised by the little cameo we had by Sarah Michelle Gellar?
I was blown away. Everything said she wasn't in it. I was super shocked when that girl, who obviously looked like her from behind, turned around and it really was her. I was
Yeah,
really shocked. That was an excellently kept secret.
it was. Yeah, I didn't expect that at all. And then when you saw her up at the seat, I
Hmm.
was like, yeah, that's Sarah Michelle Gellar for sure.
I couldn't believe that they actually got away with it.
Mm.
You know, I mean, I saw it, what, 5 days after it came out? I'm surprised that no one had spoiled that for me yet. I still haven't seen anything online that she's in it. I haven't been looking either, but
Yeah.
and that was a pretty good one to keep.
Well, if you definitely go to a cast, like the cast on IMDb and obviously Google, her name's in there now, but it wasn't there before.
Excellent. I'm glad they did that. That's good.
Yeah. Probably one thing I did think they shit the bed with was you know how they did that scene when they said that Southport was being updated and then it was supposed to be like the Helen Shivers shop.
Right.
Yeah, I thought that totally missed the mark on that. It looked nothing like it, other
I
than the
thought so too.
staircase. Other
Yeah.
than other than the staircase and obviously the little pulley,
The dumbwaiter.
yeah, that's the only thing.
I thought so too. I thought it when they first walked in, I thought it was like a restaurant or something. It looked like it had booths.
Yeah,
I was like, this isn't the right place. But then when they went upstairs and there were the mannequins and things like that, I thought, well, that makes a little more sense. But and I get that it was run down and it's been a minute, but I mean, it was just hello, kitty cat. Yeah, I thought they missed the mark on the setting and the scene design for that one.
yeah, for sure. I think that should have been a scene they could have easily just gone to North Carolina and then seen if they could have used that building just to shoot that scene.
Yep, agreed.
Just trying to think what else.
I expected more Jennifer Love Hewitt. I thought she was underutilized.
Yeah, so did I.
Although we're skipping around all over the place, but with the half credit scene, it looks like we're going to get another one. So maybe without Ray, then we'll have a little bit more.
Jennifer Love Hewitt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I mean, she just had a couple weird lines. I mean, they weren't even good ones. I did like the first "What are you waiting for?" when she kind of whispers it to him. I thought that was pretty good.
Yeah.
I didn't like when she says to, I can't remember any of their names. When she says to, I don't know why I can't remember their names. Ava, what did you do last summer? I just have one question. You know what? I don't know. It was a lot of assumption in that statement.
Yeah.
Assumption as to what they did and things like that. So I get it because that's the plot of the film. I just thought it was a little shaky. I didn't think this cast had a lot of chemistry. They were just talking to one another, really.
Yeah, I thought the cast was very on and off. Like some scenes were good and then some were very dull.
Mm-hmm. I did like the girl that played Ava and Danica. I liked both of them.
Yeah. I definitely like the presence of what they did with the fisherman this time. How they sort of made him like sound like more beefy and stuff. Like they gave him like the heavy footsteps.
Mm-hmm. And they filmed him
good.
from down here, down up a lot to make him look like larger than life. I thought that was good.
I definitely like the costume more in the first two though.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
he's definitely sketchier in this one. Which I thought was good, but I thought the kills were very PG.
Yeah, they were no. Yeah, I thought that was actually they were no different. They were no different to the original two, except for that the guy. What's that guy's name? I did see it before. Give me a second. I know what you did. Summer cast. Where is he? Teddy. His kill.
Yeah,
Yeah. I thought that was the only one where it had like that sort of gore to it.
yeah. The rest of them were like really dull,
Yeah.
really dull. And I thought you saw them. They were like when oh my god, I really should have paid more attention to their names. Milo went out the door, the door that opens on its own.
Yeah.
We obviously knew he wasn't going to be able to get back in. I never thought that they were going to kill him in the car or anything like that. I did think it was weird that the fisherman texted Ava back.
Yeah.
I
That
thought
really.
it was really weird.
Yeah.
I get it, it's technology, and they didn't really have that back then, but not back then. But I don't know. I didn't really like it. And they tried to build in rules. Like Julie's like, well, there are rules to this, and you have to do this, and you can't do this. And like there's no rules to I know what you did last summer. You do something bad and you try not to die.
Yeah.
It's not like Scream, but I felt like they were trying to capitalize on that, or
Capture that. Yeah.
meant lightning in a bottle, which they don't have.
Yeah. I just thought of something. I forgot what it was now.
I thought when they killed the podcaster girl,
Yeah.
when she pulls the mask off and says it's you, it can only be two people. She's only met two people.
Yeah.
So, well, she only met one person. So she had, it had to be somebody popularized by this story that she would say, and have this shocked look on her face when she saw it was you.
Yeah.
So I thought that was a little obvious, maybe. It gave it away for me, I thought. And I thought Stevie was obvious too, because she was like the fifth wheel. You have your core four, if you will.
Yeah.
And like you did in the first one. But then you throw in this extra person who just happens to be standing there randomly one night, who used to be your bestie.
Yeah, she was in scenes, out of scenes.
Right.
Showed up randomly.
Yeah. So I was definitely onto her. And then when Podcast Girl pulled the mask off, I thought it had to be him, but it didn't make any sense to me that they would make him the killer. I thought it was super weird. I mean, I get it. It was kind of ballsy for them to do it that way, but there was really there's no closure with he and Julie. We know they hate each other, but we don't know why.
Yeah.
We assume Ray never dealt with what happened. Julie did and moved on because she's, not living there. She's got a normal life, teaches, blah, blah, blah. Whereas Ray still lives there and still trying to get the town to pay attention and things. And it's just, there was no wrap up there at all.
No,
at all. She should have been the one to take Ray out.
Yeah, I definitely thought the podcast kill was definitely she was kind of a waste of a character, to be honest. I thought they really could have. Yeah, I thought they if you go back to when we watched Lost Night we did last summer, and when they talked about when Ben Willis had like a son and a daughter. Obviously, we knew Will was part of it in the second one, but we don't know who the daughter was. I thought they probably could have utilized her as Ben Willis's daughter.
That would have been interesting. Yeah.
Yeah.
That would have been good, actually. Yeah. I was trying to figure out how if they would bring the Ben character full circle into this one, but He was barely mentioned other than, he's the one that slaughtered everybody.
Yeah. I kept looking for him in a cameo and everything.
Me
And then
too.
never saw him.
Me too. I thought the Easter eggs were really good.
Yep.
They brought a lot back from the first one. The person I saw this with had never seen the first one. So I was, kind of like, oh, that's really good. Oh my goodness. And she was like, what were you talking about? Like, didn't realize I was doing it out loud.
Yeah.
But like, the sign in the bar, the Billy Blue, most people, if you didn't see the first one, you would know what that meant. And there was just a lot that brought it full circle, which I thought was great. I enjoy Easter eggs quite a bit.
Yeah, they didn't mention much about Still Not Eated last summer, though.
No. Mm-mm. Well, had been erased.
Yeah.
The cops and everybody had it erased. And for a second, I was convinced it was the pastor guy, but he was definitely a red herring.
Yeah, I thought he was sus when she went to go look at his desk.
Yep.
I thought, okay, that's something. That's probably going to be, that possibly might be the killer.
And they just dropped that, too. There's this book full of all this stuff. This thick pictures and notes.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, excuse me, all of a sudden, nothing.
Yeah, he was on his hands and knees and he was dead.
Right. They never wrapped that part up either, which I thought there's a lot of that in here, though.
There is. What did you like any of the chase scenes at all?
One in the cemetery was pretty good when he went after Danica. And she
Yeah,
hid under the float.
Yeah.
The float that Helen, the updated float that Helen sat on, which I thought was good. I find it weird that he didn't find her because they always find them, but I'm glad they didn't because she had to be the climax of the film. She and Ava.
Yeah, definitely when they were talking, like, before we saw the film and they were talking about brutal kills, I was expecting sort of, not so much like blood and that, like terrifying. That I was expecting, like Scream 5 and that when Sheriff Judy and that was killed on the on the pathway, and he just it was just full laid into her. I was expecting a bit more of that than just the normal one up with the hook.
Yeah, I thought the fish hook scene in the beginning where they killed the new fiance was pretty good. I don't even remember his name. Where they drug him across the floor and then she found him, propped up his chin. I thought that was pretty good.
Yeah.
That whole scene, it was cinematically pleasing.
Yeah. They probably showed a bit too much of that in the trailer though.
Yes. Agreed.
Agreed?
Yeah, agreed. They always give too much away.
Yes, they're getting worse and worse these days.
Yes. But I watched a thing where Freddie Prinze signed on before there was even a script because he talked to one of the creative people involved and she pitched him the idea and he thought it was great. I'd be interested to know if he thought it was great after he signed on and the script was what it was.
Yeah.
It's fine that he's the killer. That's an interesting but acceptable choice. But I found it really weird that, like, the way it went down. I can't imagine he's happy with that.
Yeah. I didn't like that at all.
Me either.
With Ray the Killer. I thought it ruins his character from the first two.
Yes. I agree. It was it took a lot away from the first two.
It did. You just saw him go out the back and then he came back and he's got the hook in his hand. I'm like, why did you do that?
Right. Yeah. It was definitely an interesting choice. And I mean, he decided to kill these people because they treated Stevie poorly.
Yeah.
What are we in kindergarten and you're going to steal their lunch?
And they'd forgotten about their story.
Right. He definitely didn't deal with it. And I get that, how that, Julie did and he didn't, and that's why they were upset, which is probably assumptive why they broke up. But I mean, they hate one another. So there's got to be more meat to that story.
Yeah.
I mean, there has to be. didn't write it or didn't create it or whatever. It was very half-assed, I thought.
Yeah, well, that was a total guess for me. 'Cause I think when we did our Still Know We Did Last Summer, I said, oh, they're probably not together anymore.
Right, and that's and that's fine. Which it would have been nice if they were together. They could have fought evil together again,
Yeah.
and maybe he would have been in this one a little bit more as opposed to the 3 minutes he was in the second one.
Hmm.
I don't know. The more I talk about it, the less I like it, to be honest.
Well, we're definitely going to do it as a watch party when it becomes available.
Good. I did think it was, like I said, for an overall just sit down and watch a movie, fun movie. I thought it was like a 7.
Yeah.
But when you actually start to sit down and see it as part of a, well, we'll call it a franchise because there's 3 of them now. Part of a franchise, I thought it was really lackluster, and
Yeah.
I prefer the second one to this one, and I don't like the second one much at all.
Yeah, I reckon I'd go the same. I reckon I'd go, I Know We Did That Summer, I'll Still Win in this one.
I feel like well, I do enjoy how we don't even discuss I Always.
Yeah,
Oh,
well,
that's a nightmare.
no one wants to discuss that shit.
No, that was rough.
This movie's a masterpiece compared to bloody I Always Know
It
What You
is.
Did Last Summer.
If you've not seen I Always Know What You Did Last Summer and you want a horrible film to watch, that's your ticket right there. It's ungodly bad. Ungodly bad.
It is. Don Shanks was 2 for 2. He's in a bloody shit I Know What You Did Last Summer film and a shit Halloween film.
Oh,
Because he played Michael Myers in Halloween 5.
oh, he really needs to make better choices. I didn't the very end when the girls come out of the hospital and they're talking about their bruises and it appears to me that they got out of the hospital like an hour after they went in.
Yeah.
It was very quick. And they're like, "Oh my god, I'm starving."
Yeah.
Like your fiance just got butchered. Your ex-fiance got butchered. Your best friends, you just got shot and thrown off a boat. I mean, I could go on. And then she's like, "Oh, you know what? You want a burger?"
Yeah.
I thought that was very crass, maybe. I don't know if that's the right word, but I definitely didn't think that was a good ending for that. I thought it
Yeah.
was a little rough.
Well, didn't she get like shot in the stomach anyway? Like sort
Yeah.
of near the yeah. So the last thing you'd want to be doing is eating.
Right. I'm sure they would have given her that green jello that everybody's always yapping about.
Yeah.
But I didn't. I don't know. I thought there was just a lot wrong with it. I mean, they had 30 years to perfect it,
Mm-hmm.
and they didn't.
Have we missed anything?
I don't think so. I'm checking my notes.
I can't think of anything else.
No,
Mm,
not it. I knew for sure, even though I thought it was Stevie early on, I knew it for sure was her when the girls got on the boat. When it was just the 3 of them, even before
Yeah.
they stopped in the middle of the ocean.
yeah.
I was for sure that it was her. I was like,
Yeah. Well,
here we go. Here comes the
as soon
bad
as-
end scene.
well, yeah. Well, as soon as they took off on the boat, I knew that was going to be the final scene.
And even I wasn't 100. I mean, I was on board for Ray being the killer, but then when he was driving to them, I was like, well, it has to be him. Like, how else did he know they were there?
Yeah.
They had to. Obviously, they talked to him and stuff. And it was weird having 2 killers because that's not an I know what you did last summer thing.
It's not, but that doesn't bother me because I thought that that was different. So
Mhm.
that part didn't over bother me too much.
I
It
thought
was
the
just
bar scene was bad too at the end. Well, the whole third act, as we've said before, but the where they're instead of calling the cops that she's about, that she just survived this huge ordeal, she calls Julie and says, here I'm at the bar. And Julie gets this giant epiphany and Googles something and finds Ray and Stevie.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know what switched in her head, because she said, "Oh, Stevie tried to kill us," or whatever she says, and then all of a sudden, Julie looks something up, and the light bulb goes off, and she takes off to the bar. Maybe
Yeah.
show us what she typed, to have a little dialogue at the end where they chat a little bit and say, "Well, this is how I figured it out," or Ray say to her, "Julie, how'd you figure this out?" or something.
Yeah, that was definitely one scene where I was like, oh, I think I missed something.
Mm-hmm. I thought I did too.
Because obviously when they killed Stevie, that's the where I thought the movie was going to end.
Right. Yep. I thought that was it.
Yeah.
Very weird. They could have made Ray the killer and let him get away with it, and then he comes back in the second one or something.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not exactly sure what they could have done. I just think they should have done something different.
Where is I just thought of something. Yeah, I was reading a thing yesterday with the producer. What's his name? Neil something Hertz.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they asked him why there was no mention of like Ryan Felipe or anything.
Right.
And they said it just would have been too much. Because they said they had ideas for him. They said it because they bought obviously Sarah Michelle Gellar back for that scene.
Mm-hmm.
And obviously they brought back Julie and Freddie Prinze Jr. They said bringing him back just would have been too overkill.
I think so too. I don't think that was necessary. It would have been nice to see him, but
Yeah.
I don't think that was a necessary thing.
Yeah.
I think then it would have definitely pushed it over the no-go list.
Yeah. I was happy with what we got of him, how we saw like his grave.
Mm-hmm. And they're all buried in the same line.
Yeah.
Weird. But yeah, I thought it was an acceptable ending for him.
Mm-hmm. I don't think there's anything else we need to talk about to spoil this film.
No, I think we spoiled it.
Yeah.
I look forward to watching it again, though.
Yeah. All right, everyone. We're going to call that as a quick stream, a quick spoiler stream. We'll be back tomorrow night. We're going to do Whiplash, and we're doing the Fracture tomorrow night as another double feature of movies. And I hope we can see you then for them tomorrow night at 8 p.m. or 6:30 Eastern Standard Time. See you then. Bye.
Bye.